And here in some of our church members who are attending now have typed their questions here. And I think you just would like to be sure of what offerings will be included in the combined offering plan. And related to that would be the question of what does it mean assigned or unassigned? And the second question that I'm seeing here in the group chat is what about specific donations to a certain church? Will those be included in the COP? Pastor Marcos, would you like to answer those?
So I also welcome here to this panel, Eniel, and you also, Jesse. You may help us in answering those questions. And also here, I would like to invite them to join us on answering questions. So the first question, may you say it again, please?
The first question is they just want to know what specific offerings are included in the combined offering plan.
All offerings that are actually under the calendar of offerings. Each Sabbath you will have different offerings. All those offerings will be supported by the combined offering plan. So this distribution plan will cover all known necessities of the church. Okay, the second question.
I'll just, as a follow-up to that, Pastor Marcos, I would just like to give this short explanation that here in the Goldfield, some churches are meeting on Friday evening, and some are on Sabbath afternoon, and they are also receiving offerings during those times. And so my understanding is that all the offerings that they are receiving at whatever time, Friday, or Sabbath, or any time on Sabbath, all of those will be included in the combined offering plan. Is that correct?
That's correct. Every offering, any time they will be collected, they will follow the same distribution. And this is very helpful. This is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. And the other question is related to that, which is about the term assigned or unassigned offerings.
Okay.
And I think you mentioned it, you alluded to it a while ago.
Yeah, but I will repeat it. Assigned offering is when I choose a destination for my offering. Like I like Pathfinders because I have children there. So I will give my offerings I will assign my offerings to the Pathfinders. Then only the Pathfinders on my church will receive all my offerings, but all the rest of the world stays uncovered by my offering. This is I would not like to offend anyone, but I thought to myself, if I do that, I will be very selfish by doing that just because my children are there. No, but what about other children around the world? So we all around the world also are supposed to give in a very unselfish way. When I assign an offering to a specific destination, then all the others will be wanting of the, will lack funds. So we are supposed to preach not only in Jerusalem, but also in Judea and Samaria and all the ends of the world. And so our offerings should follow our preaching or missionary endeavor, right? And so maybe on the next year, on your tithe and offering envelope, you will have just two main options, tithes and offerings, without specifying which kind of offering, because that offering will cover all necessities. Maybe under those two items, you will have some blank lines that will allow you, because you are not forbidden to assign offerings under this plan. You are free. We do not encourage you to do that. We try to motivate you to give non-assigned offerings. But if you want to assign offerings, you are still free to do that. So then you'll have some lines under that, those two items, tithes and offerings. And then, so if you mark your amount at the side of the offering line, that offering will be non-assigned because there is no specification. It's not specified what is the destination, which means it will be equally distributed.
All right. Thank you so much for mentioning that, Marcos.
Thank you.
Because
I welcome Aniel and Care
Yeah.
to add to.
Well, thank you so much, Elder Marcus, for your time and for your clarification. I just wanted to start with that, and Elder Jesse and the rest of the team for allowing us to have this opportunity to explain what the compound offering plan is and why were we adopting what we're adopting. I think part of it as well, because I can see in the chat, and these are all good questions, and that's why the purpose of this workshop or seminar is to allow us to help as much as possible in clarifying some of those unknowns about the new plan. I think part of the question that has been asked is also about Sabbath school offering. And again, I think Elder Marcus already answered that, but just to be clear, that this includes all offerings, whether it is first service, second service, Friday service, all offerings that are given will be under the new plan. And I just, I love what Elder Marcus has already emphasized. The act of offering is an act of worship. And we need to keep that in mind as well. And that's the beauty of having that percentage method of, expressing our gratitude to God through our offering. If you want to give to another, something that a project or another specific activity, as Elder Marcus mentioned, we encourage you to be beyond or more than what is already assigned to your offering, regular offering. So that would be an additional blessing that you want to give to that particular need at one point of time.
All right. Thank you so much, Kel. Of course, somebody mentioned about the rental. Will it be also included, or will it be, I mean, if they specify it? So would you like to speak to that also, Kel? Or the rental of church buildings, I mean, church venues here in the Gold Field?
Well, this is one of the main challenges in the Gulf field, Brother Jesse, and I think because most of our properties, or where the places where worship, we don't own the properties, we're renting them. So that's the high cost or high budget items for the local church, and we actually keep that in mind. That's why in our recommendation or our vote, we assign the highest percentage to the local church, the 60%, because we know that this is where really the ministry is at the local church. Again, if it's a specific project that you want to give to, that follow the same principle. If you specify that this is for rent, then that will stay for the rent purpose, to help the church with the local rent. But again, we'd like to encourage the members to have a percentage for regular offering. Then if they want to give more for the rent, they can do that definitely, and we'll go to that specific purpose.
Let me say, in addition to what Khair is saying, it's very, very important under this plan that every church would have a budget, a church budget. And having that budget, they will assign different percentage to different expenses. Rental is one of the expenses of a church. And then the church will know that from every offering that will be given, 60% will remain the local church. Then the church will distribute those funds that may cover also the rental. you will see this plan will function very well if we do not encourage members to give to specific items of the budget, but to give to the budget itself, to give to all. When it comes to the local church, give to the budget, and the church committee will distribute those funds in a very equitable way. So that is important to have that kind of mindset. Do not give to specific necessities, but give to the whole. If you want to raise the income of specific necessities, all the church will grow, will receive more. So then you must encourage more people to give. You must encourage more members to become promisers. And then all church will grow together. Not only just specific parts will grow, right? This is what is under that kind of different mindset.
Thank you, Pastor Marcos, and thank you, Kerr. I think it is clear that the explanation given by Pastor Marcos and Brother Kerr is that everybody is encouraged to give to the total budget, not to a specific offering. So that is also the encouragement that we would like to give to you from the gold field, because we know that the Lord will bless you and will bless the local church more when we are generous to the cause of God. I wonder if there are still other questions, because some of the questions that I'm seeing in the group chat are more like repetition of what already has been answered a while ago.
I
If
think
there is,
Brother
yes,
Jesse, I think there is one that keeps coming as well about the local church budget. You know, who controls this?
yeah, please.
And yeah, again, you know, the 60% that will be assigned to the local church, that's for the local church budget. The field doesn't control the local church budget. It's really the church board and the you know the business meeting at large as well that decide the budget for the local church. We you know, this is why we have church boards. This is why we call for business meetings for this type of budget, annual budget. And it's very important that all through the year we have a budget and try as much as possible to adhere to that budget too.
All right, thank you so much, Kerr. In other words, what we are saying is that there is no, from the GC coming down, there is no specific budget allocation for the 60% that remains with the local church. It is up to the local church board to determine how the 60% will be distributed according to their need.
That's correct.
All right, I think that is all, and that is all those. That's all the questions regarding the combined offering.
Yeah.
And
one last one, Brother Jesse. I think some of the questions were asked, when will that plan start? I think you have already answered that in the chat, but just so everybody, if they are not following the chat, just to let you know that this plan will be implemented as of the 1st of January, 2021.
yes, thank you so much, Kerr, for reminding us. It will be January, from the first Sabbath of January next year, it will be the start of the implementation of the combined offering plan. In other words, in 2021, we will not be passing anymore to the churches any calendar of offerings or any schedule of offerings to all the churches, because this will be the calendar of offerings plan as being used now by the Middle East and North Africa Union Mission will be ending at the end of this year, 2020. And I think there's another question about what about the offerings for the needy and welfare. I think this it's all included. It's already been emphasized by Pastor Marcos and Brother Kerr that these are all included. You know, these are all included in the 60. I mean, in the combined offering budget. Yes, Pastor Marcos.
I would like to add something important. I believe it is important about this aspect. we have institutional wealth care of the needy, which is ADRA, and this is our institutional work. But we must remind ourselves that the Lord expects us to do something personal. And I am not removed, I have not been removed from the responsibility to do something for the poor because there is ADRA in my church. No, the offering I give will also help ADRA, but beside that, the Lord will place in my way someone that he expects me to help, not only with money, but helping that person to grow and to become part of the system and so on. So let us not forget that responsibility we have. Even after giving our offerings, we'll still have needy people around us, not only family members, but people living close to us that maybe need our help. And Ellen White says that besides our tithe, besides our offering, every family was supposed to have some refund to help these people. And this is very important. It's part of our Christian work, right?
Thank you, Pastor Marcos, for emphasizing that. That is really correct, according to what the Spirit of Prophecy tells us. So are there, Pastor Marcos, somebody's asking, would it be possible for you to share your presentation with us? I mean, the presentation file, and then some of them want to have it for further study.
My pleasure. It will be available in our website very shortly, and I will send both of you to Jair and Jesse the link, and then you may share that link to everyone. Okay?
Thank you, Pastor Marcos. That is very wonderful. Kerr, you have?
No, just thanking Pastor Marcus for his willingness to share with us, and we'll be happy to share with others. Thank you.
All right.
My pleasure. Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you.
Let me add something. This presentation it comes from an article that was written, and that article was written in answer to Jair's request. He was asking me about combined offering plan, and so and this article was written because he asked that. So thank you for helping us here.
Well, we really appreciate all your support, our ministry here, and you have been a great partner with. And as Brother Jesse has mentioned earlier, you know, we have done a workshop in the Gulf and different places around our union, and really value the support that we get from the GC departments or ministry. And again, it has already been said, but I want to emphasize that as well. Even the share that is being forwarded to the GC, the 20% that is forwarded to the GC, good portion of it comes back to us in different forms and shapes. That's another way of supporting the work here in the Middle East and around the world too. And we value each and the members, and definitely it's a joy and a privilege to be part of this discussion this afternoon.
Okay, thank you so much, Kerr, and thank you, Pastor Marcos. Yes. All right. Is there anyone else who say something? Okay. Thank you. We would like to thank Pastor Marcos for his presentation, and we would like to now we would like to give the time